Are you a Seagull manager? Or a Seagull manager where you just come in out of nowhere, shit everywhere, and then leave? A leader that is absent or out and about and then comes back into the room, comes back into a meeting, comes back into the team in general, and shits all over the place. Just indiscriminate. And it leaves people feeling terrible, shitty, no pun intended, confused, frustrated. The leader has no context to the conversations, the situations, the project, and all of those other things, and then flies away, right? Comes in, causes a bunch of shit, then flies away. It reminded me of a situation this past summer during a wildfire where I was leading a team and supporting a team. And I said very specifically to the room, probably about 20 people, I said, "Oh, hey, folks, I'm going to be busy doing this other activity today. So Michael is in charge." And Michael, by all accounts, highly qualified, all of the things, lots of experience, no issues at all. He had the utmost, my trust in with him. So I leave, I go away, I do a bunch of stuff. Sure enough, I come back into the room. And I know enough to be dangerous. So I can overhear a few things within like a minute of me arriving back into the room. And I'm overhearing a couple conversations. And I'm like, "Oh, you need to do that. Hey, what's happening with that? Oh, no, just make sure," which is actually quite uncharacteristic of myself. It's something that I've been very self-aware of over the years. And there's some strategies around that I'll talk about. But Michael, to his absolute credit, is Daryl, a word, please. Loved it. As soon as he said that, I was like, shoot. Yep. Seagull. So we walked out of the room, we grabbed a table. I think we have a chain of command problem. And I chuckled, not because it was funny, but 100% Michael was correct. I was like, "You're right. My bad. Thank you for bringing that to my attention." We went back into the room. I did interrupt everyone. I said, "Folks, I apologize. That was disrespectful. That was confusing. Michael still has the con." And I chuckled. And I also said, this is a good example of what right looks like. If I am impeding the team, if I'm messing with your mojo, it's your responsibility. And I ask you to call me out on it, but call me out respectfully. And it was in that Michael had full reins, full authority to do that. It was not disrespectful. Some of you might think it was, but here's the thing. During the expectations conversation early on in any kind of team building or like a new team or a new operation or a new project, one of the things I do is I set my expectations around standards, performance, how we treat each other, how we communicate, all of those kinds of things. But also in terms of my expectations of them, that if I'm doing something that is not supportive of them, the team, if I'm not doing something that moves the team or myself closer to the mission, to the successful mission, then here's my expectation. I expect you, team member, to bring it up, because then I can correct it. And I made that very clear. So there was no harm, no foul. Michael called me out on it. It lasted all of 3 minutes, this whole exchange. And folks looked up, they laughed. They're like, "All right, yeah, thanks." And I said, "Okay, folks," as I said, "Michael has the con, peace out." That's what right looks like. Not because that's me. It's not a story about me. It's actually a story about Michael. And it's about a story of being a Seagull manager where you just come in out of nowhere, shit everywhere, and then leave. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. So bottom line, don't be a Seagull manager. Be better.